Hello everyone and welcome to my review of The Shadows by Alex North. The Shadows is one of the best books that I have read in the horror/thriller genre. This book is the second major work of the author Alex North. The first one being The Whisper Man, which was highly successful. Alex North has created a shared universe in which these two novels exist. There is no major link between these two books. In fact, I haven't even read the first one yet, and I never had any problems in reading this book. And after having read this, The Whisper Man has definitely jumped very high on my TBR. The universe that I am talking about is more or less like the universe that Stephen King has created, with very subtle references to his other works. Alex North's work feels like it has had an impact or is influenced by Stephen King to some extent. So you should definitely expect to get some creepy vibes from this one. Getting to the story of the book, the narrative follows two timelines simultaneously. One of which is in the present day and the other is 25 years in the past. The present day story follows the investigation of a murder. Two boys have been found guilty of a murder, but the circumstances under which this murder has occurred are bizarre. The state in which the body is found arouses a suspicion of occult practices involved, suggesting some kind of sacrifice. At the same time, the main character of this book, Paul Adams, returns to his hometown after staying away from it for a long time. A similar murder had been committed here 25 years ago, which had a deep impact on Paul's life. To say the least. The idea is executed in such a way that it will keep you guessing whether the book has supernatural elements in it or not. While reading the book, we, the readers, explore a world that is already set up. Many people find this kind of books annoying where the characters know a lot more than we as readers do. But let me tell you, this book does it extremely good. You will in no way feel while reading that you don't have enough information to understand what's going on. I myself love these type of narratives and I feel that it arouses more interest in me. Now coming to the characters, the number of important characters in this book are less. This makes it easy to follow and read. The character I found most interesting is Charlie. That boy has some serious creepy vibes. Other characters, which are kind of side characters, are not described in detail and it's completely fine. But I would have loved to discover each one of them in depth. But I guess this is how the author managed to keep the book under 300 pages. Moving ahead, you will have a big WTF moment in the second half of the book. There is a huge twist and it hits you when you are least expecting it. You don't even have a slightest idea that anything like that could happen. I want to make it clear though, the big twist that I am talking about is nothing that hasn't been attempted by others before. But it is the way that the author does it is what makes it stand out. The elements and the concepts that are introduced to us in the book are used beautifully to create this big twist. I know that's very limited information that I'm giving you, but that's all I can say without spoiling the book for you. Now, coming to the end of the book, I felt that the end was very satisfying. And I know many people will disagree with me on this. Some questions are left for the readers to figure out in the end. So, if you are not a fan of ambiguous endings, you might feel a bit unsatisfied. But to be honest, if you read the book fully and carefully and pay attention to details, you can get a satisfactory explanation of the things that are left unexplained. So now that that's out of the way, we come to the verdict. Should you read this book? Should you spend your precious time and money on this book? The answer is absolutely yes. It's worth your time. Doesn't matter if you are a horror fan or not, I would say pick this book up. I highly recommend it. And looking at the success the book is getting, I won't be surprised if Netflix announces a series based on this book. So that's all for today. Do let me know in the comments how you felt about the book and my review, and hit that subscribe button for more bookish content. Till then, happy reading.